like fast fashion, right? Like I feel like at first, like I used to like buy fast fashion and whatever, right? And then, like as like you're more, I was more around like just like the vintage like community and thrifting. You're like, obviously fast fashion is bad for the environment, right?
Facts.
But then there's some shit that when I see on fast fashion, I'm like, damn, I kind of want that. Like I want that piece, right?
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not even making the type of bread that I know I'm going to make in the future. So like me buying this fast fashion, like I can't, I don't want to shame myself for buying this fucking fast fashion because respectfully, I don't want to thrift everything. And also right now, I'm like, it's not in my budget to just be obviously spending so much bread on one piece. Right. And at the same time, I'm like, I still want to look good, and I don't want like, and I don't get me wrong, I love to thrift, like, right? It's in my heart. But at the end of the day, there's some shit on, if I see on, right, like Pretty Little Thing or Fashion Nova or whatever, I'm like, now I'm like, damn, I like this bitch outfit. She got it from here. I'm finna buy that. So the other day, I posted this like this video of like my PLT haul, and I was like, yes, like I was like feeling it, like whatever. And then this girl who I follow, which was literally like, I genuinely didn't take it personal because I was like, I don't give a fuck, because like, but she posted this video talking about like, she was like, girls steady saying that they want to pass their clothes down to their daughter, but all they got in their closet is fast fashion. I thought the timing was just funny because I mean, obviously she follows so many girls, so like whatever. But I just thought it's a controversial topic because it's like, as much as I want to like support the environment and like not always give it to fast fashion, at this current stage of my life and the way my budget is looking, if I want to fucking look good for the low ski and I'm not just trying to go to the thrift gods every single day, I want to indulge in a quick little fast fashion piece. Or right here. This is another aspect of like where I'm like, I know, because this is deep. Because as a girl who likes clothes, it's like, damn, like, And on the other end, I'm like, I care about, I like clothes, and like if I want to open my own boutique and I want to get a wholesaler or a vendor. Now I'm the type of person, now I'm selling fast fashion pieces, but sometimes in the beginning, that's a quick means to an end to start, to jumpstart something to be able to even produce to the highest quality that you're eventually trying to go for, right? And it's just interesting, like that like sometimes the opinion of someone who's like, don't indulge in fast fashion, like whatever. At the same time, that could be the same type of person that does have the budget to drop bread on like an expensive piece. And I'm not saying all like all pieces online, because there's even brands like the Real, and they sell like dope ass pieces that are, what's it called? Like designer pieces for like the lower price, but they're still going to be higher than, let's say, 3 pieces to a Fashion Nova piece. So at the end of the day, it comes down to like lifestyle, and like if you're willing or wanting to wear this whole, wear one piece, 7 days in a row, from that one piece. But now it's like, when's the next time that you can get like the means to an end to be able to re-up? So I'm like, it's funny because at one point I was against fast fashion, right? I was like, for so long, but at the same time, as a girl that likes clothes, I was like, damn, like you ain't bought anything in a minute, because you're trying to save your coin so tightly and you're trying to be so wholesome, but it's like in a thrift store you can only find so much. And then even in the fucking reselling world, there's only so many pieces that you can afford at your current state, So for a long time, I wasn't buying fast fashion, but I felt like I was like, damn, I don't feel like I completely am in love with anything in my closet right now.
So
I was torn.
Well, if we want to look at it from that perspective.
Which one?
Economical and, I guess,
like you talking about environmental or budget?
Exactly.
Because the economy and the
exactly. If we want to look at it from an economical standpoint and saying like, sometimes I can't, one, drop bread on like some timeless pieces because timeless pieces are expensive. Two, third thing is time, creativity, and money all in that, and it's like it's very scarce. So I get all that, and that's all valid points. But from what I get from that video that person posted, you worried about the wrong damn thing, sister.
Who, the girl?
The girl.
Why?
Because why are you? What was the quote? Like
she was saying.
But what was the quote?
Oh.
Girls
wanna like they say they wanna like hand their clothes down to their daughters, but
all they got is fast fashion in it.
Right.
Okay, so who are you to define what maybe a timeless piece of somebody is, anyways?
What she's saying, because of the quality of fast fashion, like just the lifespan of a fast fashion piece is like it's not gonna last as long as, of course, like anything that is like high quality or even like vintage, or like say you're searching like on
I think
eBay.
that's such a broad thing, because there are like quality. I mean, all of this is literally like how you want to define the situation. Like, this is all debatable. Who are you to say this isn't a quality shirt to me? Or who are you to say that this isn't a piece that, regardless of the quality, I still want to give it to my daughter because this was, I don't know, it meant something to me in some way. So, like, I definitely have things in my closet that I'm like, no, I want to give it to my daughter. I don't know if that shit is timeless or cheap. I don't care. I like the piece. I like the piece. So at the end of the day, all of this is just like, you're shaming something that is debatable. And it's like to one's eye. It's like talking about art on the wall. Like, someone can say, this is a piece of shit art piece. And another person's like, nah, like, this is some cool shit that I'm gonna keep for the rest of my life.
Right.
So, and that's how I look at fashion. And like clothes is like, this is art. So somebody buys some shit off PLT and it happens to last for 10 plus years.
Right.
You know, like, who knows?
I
think fast fashion also, if we're talking about quality and whatever, economic and stuff, like, I mean, and what?
Yeah, I feel like fast fashion, it gives the girls a peace of mind to feel like, okay, like I can look cute for less. And I do feel like fast fashion overall is obviously terrible as fuck for the environment, but like I think they know exactly who they're crafting to, like the girls on the budget, the girls in their, late teens, early 20s that are looking for, some fly shit. And it's just like, for me, like because I know where I want to go in fashion, like long term, right? But there's sometimes like I'll have this internal battle where I'm like, damn, like, I'm not indulging in the pieces that I want. I'm not, because realistically, right? There's people who are willing to go to means to an end to get fake shit. There's plenty, and I'm like, I can't do the fake. I can't do nothing fake. That's how I'm like, okay, I'm cool. It's not even my budget. I'm not even gonna go that route. I can't, right? But then there's on that other end where I'm just.
Because people that do fakes don't actually see the value in like what they're faking. Like,
I mean, they might. They just gotta fake it till they make it, and that's how some people rock. But for me, I'm like, but somebody could say the same thing about like fast fashion. They're like, these fast fashion companies are knocking off these designer brands and all that, which I'm like, they do that. And
do they still do that?
Hell yeah! You know how many of these fast fashion companies are getting sued because they are copying?
People just like buying from any random fast fashion company?
What you mean?
I don't like. When I think of fast fashion, I think of like maybe 3 brand tops, like.
Right. I mean.
I don't know, PLT.
Right.
And like.
No, there's hella fast. Even Instagram brands are like fast fashion. I mean, fast fashion is, if you can get it, like the production for fast fashion is like that. Like if it doesn't take you an entire season to make a whole nother season, and you can just be like pop this.
But you know what?
But
like honestly, the fashion industry is bad for the environment. Period. Doesn't matter if the piece costs $2,000 and it was made handcrafted and sewed or whatever. The reason why that side of the world is like that side of the fashion world is bad for the environment because of like, for example, the store I work at right now. The amount of paper and plastic and like that we don't recycle,
Yeah.
and the amount of
Facts.
parodic we are constantly throwing out and shop soiling, burning it, doing all kinds of effed up things, we get shipment every day. You know how much cardboard that is that goes into trash?
No, for real.
So at the end of the day, production or how they run their business, period, is
Yeah.
bad for the environment. Like, so I think, once again, depends on what angle you want to see it at.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like I think like I follow this one girl on YouTube. I recently found her. She like talks about like the fashion trends and like things like that, and like she was just talking about how like she had just seen. She used to really be big into shopping, like buying Shein. Like she was like she used to always buy Shein. Like she just loved clothes, blah 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 blah, blah, right?
I've never bought from Shein.
Really?
I've never.
Yeah, and so she was saying how she like used to buy a lot of pieces from them, and she was like now like she doesn't like shop from them. Oh, okay. She was like now she don't shop from them like ever as much anymore, you know, because I feel like you know the way like life changes, but it's just interesting because for a long time I was like I don't want to buy fast fashion, and I literally like barely did. Like I feel like in the beginning of college I did, and then I just feel like I just completely like stopped shopping like for a very long time, and I was like, bro, I'm just like sick of not having shit. And I'm like, you know what, like I'm gonna shop some shit I like. But it's just crazy because I feel like it's okay to. I personally don't see anything wrong with fast fashion if you're buying in moderation and you're buying things you like. Now, if I feel like depending on the amount that you buy and at the rate, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't genuinely wear your pieces, or you're not trying to donate, or like as a person, somebody who's throwing them out, or somebody that's giving their clothes to the homeless or something like that. Like I feel like there's a way to like support fast fashion if that is where you are in your life, while like still doing something good, right? Like I have some fast fashion pieces, and then I was on FaceTime with my mom the other day. I literally was like, oh my God, I forgot I gave you like this whatever, and I was like, oh shit. But I'm like, I've had that piece for years, and now my mom's wearing it. You know, now she's gonna have it for however long. I'm not saying it's gonna last her forever, but it's gonna do it for a good little chunk of at least the next 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's just interesting because I feel like it's interesting how some people with like more maybe more resources or whatever, they have more of an opinion towards how people should spend their money.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll try to say like, oh, you can just go to like this and that, and it's like everybody can't just do this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, if there wasn't, I'm not saying if there wasn't fast fashion, but I feel like if there wasn't fast fashion, the girls wouldn't feel as included in like the conversation towards fashion and even beginning their fashion careers. Because I feel like most American people, their experience of getting cute clothes was probably if their parents at least took them to the mall or like maybe thrifting. But shit, if I come up on a cute Fashion Nova top in the thrift, I'm feel like, okay, I bought it a little cool piece. I'm not gonna skip over it. But obviously, if you really come up on some designer, you're like, oh shit, I'm grateful for that. But it's like, I don't know, it's just interesting. And maybe my perspective, I mean, not maybe, I know my perspective will change as I get older in terms of like how I view it, but I know that it takes true creativity. And I think especially like in terms of like location as well. Like in a place like New York, I feel like maybe designer is more accessible, or a place, or like a bigger city in general, because it's just like you're seeing more, you have more resources to like be able to thrift dope shit because you know that the area is more affluential. But
Like affluential.
yeah, but I feel like it just comes down to like location and mindset. But it's just funny that I was like, what do I think about this? Because I was just like, I feel like that can come from like a privileged thought. But then I'm like, maybe I was thinking about it wrong. I don't know.
No, I think that's why it's a controversial conversation, because There's so many angles to it.
Right. Yeah, she knew what she was doing with that one.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I'm finna ruffle some things. What should I eat?
Right.
She gonna call me baby.
I just been like nibbling on my food, so
Bro,
it'll be
full?
dinner. It'll be a dinner by then.
I should have got some cereal or something. I don't want anything in there.
Damn, we should have got something at the store. No, I'm kind of tired of this. I want something else. It served its purpose.
It's what? You said it's what?
It served its purpose.
Oh.
Damn, this little drink did the number. Okay, nice. I have dinner. I make dinner and lunch.
Nice.
So like the next couple of days. I've been on a strict ChatGPT schedule.
Please. Damn. What's the schedule?
2 max.
No, good.
Please.
No, please. No, honestly, I insist.
You can't turn down food someone cooks. You have to eat it.
Is that your rule?
It's a law.
Thank you. Fire. ChatGPT what?
The ChatGPT strict schedule.
What?
About a week ago, I talked to Chat, and I was like, hey, bro, I need help with like being on like an hour blocking kind of schedule.
Nice.
And so I told him, I gave him the schedule for my week at work. I was like, I work this day at this time. It takes me approximately 1 hour to get there, 1 hour to get back. I need to do X, Y, and Z. So for me, it's like I need to study reformer. I don't have a choice. I need to stop being scared of it. I'm not scared of it no more.
Oh, nice.
I conquered fear.
Ayana! I'm listening.
Wow. And so, Pilates reformer. I told him I struggle with like, I feel like cooking takes a lot of my time because I like to cook at home.
It
Eating
does.
out.
You be in this kitchen. One thing about you.
And I was like, I refuse to eat out, so there has to be a solution.
Okay.
So then I told him, I'm also reading a book. I told him that. As I'm reading approximately 2 books right now, alternating, but at night I read 1 book specifically.
Okay.
I mandatorily need 8 hours of sleep. I told him that. 7 to 8 hours, nothing less. 6, I'm pushing it.
What do you say?
But I don't like it. Girl, he made a whole
I need to do that.
spreadsheet.
I need to do that.
He said at 5 a.m. you're going to wake up and you're going to do this. At 6 a.m. you will be at your next location. He even scheduled shower time, rest time, alone time.
Important.
Important.
Important. Important. Did you tell me you be talking to your man?
I told him I was a man. I told him I was a man. You know what he said to my man?
What?
He's going to have to adapt
Thank
into
you.
your
Thank you.
schedule. Speak at appropriate hours.
That's what the book says.
Speak at appropriate hours.
That's what I'm saying. How do you feel? How's it been?
I'm loving it.
Nice. Structure.
Structure, because you know I'm scattered up here. But I am overcoming it with Joe Dispenza's meditation.
Nice. I can't wait.
I'm telling you,
I can't wait to get my book, bro.
The book will change your life.
I need it. Be careful with that though.
Will it?
Is it too hot? Just on the counter. I just don't know.
Let's test it. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Or just put a cloth down.
Should be good. It's gonna cool down. It's cold in here. But
Okay.
So yeah.
Are you sure? Can you please? I'm sorry for my peace of mind. Can you please put a towel down? That just really.
A towel? What is a towel gonna do?
I don't know. I just wish we had like a mat or
What
something.
do you think it's gonna do? I know.
Brown it? I don't know. I don't know. I
Touch
don't
it.
know.
It's not even hot.
Hey, go ahead. Go for
I
it.
think this like material is like sturdy like that. I only know that because I used to go pick out material for houses construction.
And what they say about pants.
cold. This is a fan. It's meant to cool down quickly. And
I'm cracking up. Girl.
science. But anyways, yeah, I highly recommend ChatGPT. Like,
No, I definitely need to make a schedule.
I'm telling you, game.
I feel like it'll help me because I be like I'll make a plan. I make a plan and then I definitely get distracted. But then I'm just like, but I'm like, or I feel like maybe I'm not giving myself like enough like breaks. But these days I've just been like using a timer. But I feel like it'll help me to just definitely like sort some stuff out for sure. Cause I be needing to sort some stuff out, bro. She gonna call me baby boo. Oh my God, no! Can't turn it down. Thank you.
I don't know if it's good.
Oh my God. Thank you. Ah! Thank you. Mother.
Is it good? I don't know if it's good.
Yes, it's fine. Oh my God. My generous queen. Mm-hmm. Damn. This is fire. Mm-hmm. Nothing like some fucking turkey and rice. No cap. Like
Ain't nothing like
nothing.
I love veggie. I love
Thank
seafood.
you.
Don't play with it.
Mm-mm. No, this is buzzing, bro.
So yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
he's like my assistant now.
How do you feel, babe?
And he really like hit it on the nail.
That's what I need.
And he also makes me feel good about. Listen. He also makes me feel good about like not feeling bad about not doing everything all in one day because he schedules it out for the week. He's like,
Sure.
you're gonna get through it. Just don't have to do it today.
Right.
Because I would be like, I have to do this, oh, but I have to do that. Oh, but I need to look at this.
Right.
You know, like it was
Right.
just like too much.
That's so valid.
So yeah, like tonight, he's like your priority is meal prepping because this will save you time the rest of the week to do what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to not feel bad about not practicing tonight, is I did this to free up time later to add more time to study.
You're gonna study.
Like what?
It's been the year to sit the fuck down.
Man.
But I watched this video and it was saying how everybody has to pay a life tax. And I loved how they said that.
Interesting.
You have to pay a life tax. So they were saying how some people, you'll like see somebody else's life, a successful doctor or somebody, and you're like, like this person, oh my gosh, like they're a doctor, they're so successful, they drive a Lamborghini, like wow, they have such a great life, like whatever. You're like, I want their life. Like you just decide that from social media, like I want that person's life, right? Whole time, this person has already paid their life tax. You don't know that how this person grew up. They grew up with a struggling mom. Their dad died when they were young. They had this, and this. And then they developed the mentality to be able to be like, you know what? I'm going to focus on my education. I'm going to take that so seriously. I'm going to get to the best college and I'm going to become a doctor. Right? And this framed strengthen the perspective that I already have about what I'm currently doing, and also my mindset behind like my, in a sense, upbringing as well, which was more of a secondary thought. But I just was like, I feel like I'm currently paying life tax to get to the life I want. Like I'm paying my dues, you know, and I felt like me paying my dues. Speaking of that reminds me of something. But speaking of that, like, yeah, you have to pay people pay their dues in life and in ways that they don't necessarily ask for. And it's what they do with what has happened to them and like their mentality that like takes them and brings them down a certain life path, you know? So like I truly do believe everything happens for a reason. So like for me, like, and how I grew up, I feel like, you know, if I were to have never experienced some of the things that I've never experienced, or, you know, some of like the feeling of like, damn, like I, you know, let's say for instance, like I was only ever around like my brothers, and then I had younger siblings, but I was always like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I don't have any sisters my age, and like I felt like indifferent from like my cousin, like we didn't have like the same path, like she wasn't into anything I was into. But from me feeling like that in my own household, right, and like having that alone time with myself, I like one day was sitting on the couch and I was on YouTube and I found these girls that were like into beauty and like doing all this stuff, and I was obsessed with watching all the girly, like literally I remember I was in Nashville, the first house we moved into, and I was just on YouTube like, oh my gosh, like watching somebody's makeup video. And so it's just crazy how like our experiences literally bring us to the point that we're at, but you still, everybody has to pay their life tax, especially the most successful people, to get to where they want to. And even like for instance, like somebody like Kai Cenat, like this man literally talks about how he like used to live in shelters like with his family, and you know he lived in the Bronx and he was poor as fuck and all this stuff, but like in his spirit he was like, you know, he spent a lot of time at home. He was an entertainer and he just always liked to make his family laugh, because obviously, you know, like from like just being around like your family, I mean, you know, being around like trauma and pain, like you just want to laugh, like. So it's just interesting to see how all of our life experiences can truly like bring us to the point that we deserve when we have like the right, not even the right mindset, but things just lead you down a certain path like innately, like. But it's like everybody has to pay their life tax if they want to become successful. Like you don't just wind up successful. Like something has, like there's a driving force within you. And so I currently feel like I'm in the secondary phase, potentially, or whatever, of my life, like of my life tax. Like I'm paying my dues right now. And it doesn't necessarily have to be with pain and suffering, but pain and suffering is definitely a form of life tax to become successful. Like there has to be some type of suffering at some point. And I'm not saying I'm suffering on an extreme end, but there's some moments that I'm like, you know, you're like, damn, like how can I, you know, figure this out? But in the book, he actually just talks about it. And he was saying, where is it at? I gotta find it. Wait, it's so good. Like, did I read this last night or today? There. I can't find it right now, but he was essentially just talking about how, like, most of your life is going to be, like, your journey and, like, building your skill set and figuring things out and experimenting. Even the most successful people are always experimenting and always like, you know, building, like creating and building and forever on this journey. And then there's like, that's 99.9% of the time. And then there's going to be 1% of the time that you're experiencing your win, or that you're experiencing like the goal that you hit. That's only 1% of the time. So if you weren't enjoying your journey 99.9% of the time, and you weren't happy to like the path that you were down, and you were just like suffering and suffering and suffering, and like you never enjoy the journey, then you're only going to be happy 1% of your life. And then he's kind of like breaking down how like you have to be happy, like you have to enjoy your journey. You just have to be appreciative of your creativity. And it's like, I watched another video, this other like this big streamer. He was just saying how like he was like sometimes like he spends like a bunch of money on like content, right? And he was like sometimes there's no payoff, but he was like, but there's a reward because I enjoyed making this content. Like I was happy with the content. I wasn't just, you know, he's not doing it for just like the numbers and the followers and this and that. Because if you're just looking for like the fame, like or the you know whatever, like you just want to make something that like a good project to just be proud of. He's like, but sometimes like the stuff that you love the most not gonna make the most money, but being also a good businessman is like, or businesswoman is like having the balance of like, okay, I'm creating something great, and also, you know, there's a return on it. But he says sometimes the stuff that costs you the least is gonna be the best, and then vice versa. Like the stuff that costs you the most probably might do the worst, but it's just like the gamble.
No.
Carrots be popping all over the place, bro.
I'm gonna put y'all in here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna put y'all. Y'all gonna be ungrateful. Rude. Okay. Starting from ground zero.
Did you put potatoes in here or onions? I can't believe you put onions in here.
Yeah, I know, I'm so funny.
They're
like,
good.
I really don't like onions, but onions belong in food.
No, I love, like, I was like, this is a nice surprise. Mm.
Take a look at used to.
Damn. That story I just told you about how I discovered YouTube, I actually want to share that. I just kind of inspired me because I was watching this other girl and she was like sharing her moment that she knew she wanted to make videos online. I was like, wow. But then me saying that out loud, I'm like, damn. Inspiring. Oh.
I'm like super excited. Seriously.
You're so cute.
My teacher, my Pilates teacher, I love her.
Mm.
I'm like, you really want to do.
Aw. She's like your mentor.
Yeah.
That's fire. That's important.
I'm like, and like, it's awesome because she's everything literally. She's like Latina, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's like super into health, like me.
Mm-hmm. That's so important though. Because you'll always be able to call on her.
She's like spiritual, holistic, but she's also reasonable AF.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like sassy too.
That's so real.
She has like
Sassy pants.
and she has this like chill